What's up, Sagittarius? This is Soul from Intuitive. Tarot. I do apologize for that. Here to look at your week ahead, starting May 12th, 2025. Sagittarius, I hope all is well. Welcome any new subscribers to my channel. I definitely appreciate you. The deck that I am using, of course, will be listed in the description box. Just to give you a heads up, Sagittarius, um, this deck here has words written at the bottom of the cards, but that's okay. If it's meaningful or useful to you, go ahead and use it. I'm still going to add my spin. Not reading any reversals, just going to cleanse the energies from on Scorpio's messages for the week, and we shall begin with your messages. What is the energy here potentially for Sagittarius? What does Sagittarius have to look forward to? What is Sagittarius energies? Mm. All right, let's give it a cut and begin your messages, Sagittarius. And we are going to begin with the first card and message. And you start off with the Six of Swords like Scorpio has. So, Six of Swords here, the words written at the bottom is relief, hope, and moving on. In the past, I've always mentioned when I used other decks when the Six of Swords showed up that someone could be seriously considering making a move or relocating to a different area. And here's the word here on the deck here, moving on. There could be a level of energy of stress moving away from you right now, Sagittarius, and then things are calming down. Of course, smooth sailing, smooth passages. There could be some traveling involved there for some Sagittarians that I'm reading for, whether it's for vacationing, business related. Okay, if you are going to travel, you want to be safe to and from. Following that, we have the Eight of Water. This is a no drama week for Scorpio. This is, I'm sorry, for Sagittarius. Yeah, I took my focus and attention off of what I was doing. Just have to turn this phone over face down. Anyway, so yeah, the Eight of Water, in terms of how I read, you can see she's walking towards, could be a spirit guide. Having had dealt with something, it doesn't necessarily mean that you dealt with eight emotional things. No, it could have been just one thing. The words written at the bottom is searching, empowerment, and fulfillment. But I always read it as a no drama type of energy here. So you can experience that this week because maybe you have dealt with it in connection with that Six of Swords, that level of energy or stress that you may have dealt with, may have been, dealing with an individual or individuals or whatever. Could have been a project or, something, specific towards you. Up next now is the Four of Wands. Four of Wands, of course, is the happiness card, celebrations, birthdays, anniversaries, weddings, engagements, proposals. The words here: prosperity, contentment, and celebration. Of course, mirrors over here to the Six of Swords, and I always get the same energy with the Four of Wands that someone could be considering having to make a move or relocate to a different area, whether or not it's um, having to do with any purchases of any lands or property. Again, someone could be getting married, couples could be engaging or, proposing, moving in with one another. Family members could be doing the same thing, as well as platonic friendships. Always the shared happiness inside a structure of a building with others. Then we have the release card. This is the death card here in this case. Major arcana, never to fear death. It doesn't mean physical death. It just means that there's something around you that's coming to an end, or there's something coming or about to come to an end. You just need to identify that energy. The words here on the bottom is endings, transformation, as well as freedom. Following that, we have the Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords here is self-doubt, confusion, free will. I always read it as, tension, fear, doubts, of course, worry, sleepless nights. But you have to be careful here because this Eight of Swords always presents a trick side to it, meaning that there could be some energies that you're um, bringing together for whatever reasons in your mind. So, to be specific, having to overthink a relationship, having to overthink a job, overthink a project. And then what you're doing is you're playing that role, playing out the role inside your mind in terms of the outcome. And this is why I always say to be careful here with the Eight of Swords. If it's real and you're dealing with conflicting energies, of course, deal with it to reduce the conflict and the chaos that you may be dealing with. On the other hand, for something that has yet to occur or may never occur, that's where you do yourself a disservice because, and it's kind of taxing. It really wears you out. How many times have we felt or thought of something in particular, and when it did approach, if it did approach at all, it was like, oh my God, it was now I thought it to be or expected it to be. That's what you're doing wrong. Okay, so don't do that to yourself. Also, too, I read the Eight of Swords in terms of a break in communication with family members, friends, romantic partners. Up next, now we have the Eight of Wands. It sits underneath the Six of Swords. That's traveling more. So, Eight of Wands, effective communication, however. And the words written at the bottom is speed, activity, as well as multitasking. So, whatever it is that you need to express and get off your chest this week to others will be well received, Sagittarius. And then whatever communication that comes to you by others, you will be you will receive that information well. So there could be something that comes in very fast, normally that puts a smile on your face. And that could be a phone call, that could be a something that you receive in the mail, or it could be through texting because I always get a lot of texting here with the Eight of Wands. Okay, so up next here, Ten of Cups here. Whoa. Ten of Cups is family, love, and blessings. This is like two celebrations, weddings, anniversaries, getting together with family, friends, romantic partners, going to parties, just having a grand time, even including the pets here. This is the even number of cups. So on an emotional scale, Sagittarius, the energy that you give out to others this week is what you're going to get back in return. That's the natural way, right? And then Ten of Cups is in the line of cards that I always say if you receive it in your spread, then that means you already are possibly receiving fulfillment, emotional fulfillment, contentment, happiness, and satisfaction from those people closest to you, family members, friends, romantic partners. Could be co-workers as well. Following that is look at this. You got the four of fire, 10 of cups, 3 of cups. Also, too, the 8 of fire. All right, so celebration, community, friendships. That's what this 3 of cups means. Celebrating again, birthdays, anniversaries, with family members, friends, romantic partners, could be co-workers. After work for happy hour. There is a need to be happy and very joyous this week, Sagittarius. Now we have the 5 of fire. 5 of fire is always the projection of energy that may come onto you by others, as I always say. Don't engage. If you don't engage, then you won't get yourself in terms of that type of energy here, right? So it's usually what's going on with them ain't got nothing to do with you. They're just trying to draw your energy in. This could be, situations coming in from family members, romantic partners, friends, co-workers. It's just not, worth your time or energy to invest. If it's not that energy here, then Sagittarius, it could be that you just go along the week at some hour, some day, feeling somewhat restless, and just note that that too is not going to stay too long as well. Up next, now we have the King of Cups, Father of all love. Again, he's in the group here with the 10 of Cups, where you're benefiting from emotional fulfillment, satisfaction, happiness, contentment from family, right? Friends, romantic partners. The 3 words written at the bottom: compassionate, understanding, as well as trustworthy. The most important thing here, though, to remember is he's here to help guide you when it comes to your intuition. Anything that's going on for you this week in terms of decisions or actions, um, rely on the King of Cups to help you in processing what's going to be right for you. You always have to, listen to your gut, the first impression that you get in your gut, also to the inner voices that you hear. Those are usually the correct answer. So this is male energy. So it's Of course, yeah, could be your husband, your boyfriend, your father, your grandfather, your brother, your uncle. For the males that see the video, could be your, well, same thing applies. For the females, it could be your husband, your brother, your boyfriend, and so forth. All right. Additional messages here for you, Sagittarius, is the balance card. Balance card is temperance. Temperance represents restoring some sort of peace, bringing the energy back. This is representing you. And I always say when your card represents, when it shows up and represents, that means the reading for you is strong, that much stronger. Keep that in mind. The words written at the bottom here is compromise, self-control, and moderation. But normally it's, what she comes back in to restore when it comes to energy levels, peace. It could be that you focus or redraw the energy and refocus that energy on yourself this week. It doesn't have to be the entire week. It could be just for one day or a couple hours. Just doing the things that, make you feel good. Also represents relationships. Mother Nature, spending some time outdoors, enjoying Mother Nature and God's beauty. Okay. Loving yourself, nurturing yourself, caring for yourself. I'm sorry. Up next, now we have the transformation card. That would be the tower. Okay. I just had to look at that because transformation is usually associated with death. So you have the tower here, but not to despair because of the fact that you have um, your own energy, the temperance, right? Tower only shows up here, um, you know, for me to talk about something that may be upcoming involving, our world, the planet, or whatever. It's usually shock, devastation. Three words at the bottom here. Sagittarius is realization, life change, and liberation. Now, isn't that interesting? Because the life change could be associated with the death card. Major transformation. Transformation is the tower. I'm still going to read it as anything that's shocking or devastating that may come to you, but not, actually involving you. And so this could be anything related to things happening globally, worldly. Still would be our weather, earthquakes, all kinds of, stuff that is uncontrollable. We don't know how it's going to express itself. That's why I say, don't bother thinking that you can control whatever is going to be presented by the tower because you can't. Because we don't know how it's going to open up or unleash its energy. But definitely the energy will be leashed in some way. And either find out about it through some sort of, news or, person. But this is your savings grace right here. Your own energy temperance. Okay? There you go. All right. So the last card here for you, Sagittarius, would be the Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles here. All right. So definitely following the tower. I always get that there could be because this is a big one, regarded as one of the big money cards here, but one of the two cards that I regard as financial independence, striving to be, or you already are. There could be more news coming in with involving our economy. It could be the stock markets. It could be more jobs that are being cut, people being laid off, downsizing. So you can expect to hear that next week as well. Independently, separately, it's still a very positive card. Three words written at the bottom. Sagittarius is contentment, luxury, and independence. This could still be for any Sagittarius who gets promoted, gets some sort of bonus money, um, substantial pay increase. Normally, this is recognition that comes through for something that you worked hard for, right? Now you're sitting down relaxing, enjoying the fruits of your hard work or your labor. You can see she may have worked hard in putting this garden together. And it could be outside of work, like I said before. It doesn't necessarily have to be involving work. But now it's time for you to get some sort of recognition that you put the effort into, um, whether it was involving your work or whether it was outside of your work. This is also too spending and splurging Sagittarius. So if you have access to this type of money and you want to spend some money on yourself or spend money on others, go ahead and splurge if you want to. Uh, Not to feel guilty about it, because this is a card that always comes through as a reminder that you are not to feel guilty for something that you worked hard for, is something that you are deserving of. All right, so this is what I have for you this week, Sagittarius. Again, it's just me interpreting these messages here for you. Always take what's going to work for you. Leave the rest alone. You guys have a safe, great week ahead, because I always throw an extra word of caution and safety when the tower is present in your spread and others' spread. Um, let's see, what did I miss this? Okay. Did I say come back and get more of these messages? I may have. I just lost my train of thought. Just be safe. You'll be all right. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel once again. And Sagittarius, I'll talk to you soon. Ciao.